You're not ugly, bro. You're just incredibly unhealthy and have terrible habits. The modern man is so fortunate. You understand there's never been a time in history like now where the majority of men flat ass don't try. What this means for guys like you and me is that if you take advantage of the situation, you can put yourself in the upper echelon of men. Don't believe me? Look around next time you go to the grocery store. How many men do you see that are even remotely fit? How many men do you see that you observe them and say, oh yeah, he could totally bang out 5 pull-ups? It's not gonna happen. What you will notice is a bunch of men with beer bellies, muffin tops hanging out of their sides. Usually, they have no legs and no ass, and they've got titties. It's a glorious sight to see. Now, some would say, oh, it's the diet, it's the culture, blah, blah, blah. I'm American, yeah, that's par for the course. That's what you see around here. But what it is just a lifetime of bad habits that stack up and open the door to excuses. How many times have you heard, oh yeah, testosterone drops in your 30s? There might be some truth to this statement, but how many guys have you seen say that exercise daily? How many guys have you seen say that actually incorporate a workout routine where they are pushing themselves? They eat well, they're not drinking alcohol, they're not smoking, they're sleeping well. There's a ton of other variables you need to look at before you just assume that you're doomed. A man out of shape and who looks like shit in his 30s is just a man who made terrible decisions in his 20s. So use your opportunity, bro. Yeah, going out clubbing or to the bars, getting drunk with your friends, it's a fun time. I'm not gonna lie, I did it myself. Smoking weed and doing drugs and stuff, yeah, bro, it's a fun time. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did it myself. Just understand every action has a consequence. And if you make this the majority of your life, you're gonna pay the piper. Some guys are lucky, they have good genetics, they don't really look like they age, and they don't really let it affect them until they're a little bit older in life. Some guys are not so lucky. You'll see them by like 25, 26, they already look like they're pushing 40. So bro, all good things in moderation. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to never do the thing, because coming from someone who did the thing in excess, I would just be a hypocrite. What I can tell you from my experience though, is that all these bad habits are gonna make you a lot less attractive than you think you are. Take for instance smoking. Cigarettes, weed, whatever. I think it's more so cigarettes than the weed, but smoking is gonna age you very quickly. So that's a very easy low-hanging fruit. Just cut that out if you have a smoking problem. Everyone wants to look older when they're really young, but once you start actually aging, looking older is not in your benefit. Trust me when I tell you. Drinking alcohol, it's gonna lead to a red face, a bloated look. It's gonna give you that all too common beer belly. Ethanol nukes testosterone. If we wanna have the conversation about turning 30 nukes your testosterone, how about turn 30 and cut alcohol out of your life? Start training weights. Come back after a year and let me know, is your testosterone really dead? Or were those just bad habits? This shit is poison. Fight me on it. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. Fast food is not good for you. If fast food is a weekly, I mean, I eat it sometimes too, but if it's constantly every week or heaven forbid more than once a week, you got some low-hanging fruits you could cut out to really change your appearance. I'm sick and tired of these incel black pillars. Guys who, let's be honest, just hate women because they don't want to put in any effort into themselves and they just feel entitled, like they're owed the world. Hey, you can feel however you want to feel, bro, but unless you're doing the work and actually competing amongst the other men, your peers that surround you, you're not going to get very far. And like I've already said, modern man, modern society, it's made men really weak. It's made them, honestly, like I said, just very self-entitled. The barrier to entry is super low, man. Stack this with the fact that most men just spend their spare time playing video games, drinking, doing drugs. Let's be honest, if you're a woman, you don't want this couch warrior, couch potato, to be the man that you take home. You're gonna go for the guy who has aspirations and dreams, and whether he's actually achieved them or not, he puts in the effort to make them happen. I can't think of the examples right now, but the amount of women who have gotten with great men, let's say like a Jeff Bezos or someone like that. Like I said, I can't remember off the top of my head the examples, but they are out there. Where it was just a man with a dream, but he was such a visionary, and his actions spoke to the vision that he had, that he was able to get a woman who supported him through the tough times. Okay, Dustin Poirier, the UFC fighter, that's a good one that just popped in my head. Yeah, I guess he's not Jeff Bezos, right? But Conor McGregor, I think, is an even better one. Arguably the most famous UFC guy. They had women in their corner that supported them through the poor, non-successful periods of their life. But what they saw was a man on a mission, a fighter. And that was very attractive to them. I'm not telling you to go out and be a UFC fighter. I'm just saying figure out what your dreams, your aspirations are, and really hold on to them and just go for it, bro. As long as you're working on yourself in the background, you should probably honestly just focus on your goals first. But trust me, the girls will come, and a good one will see what it is that you're reaping, and she's gonna want to stick around to sew with you too. Watch out for gold diggers. Different video. All I'm trying to get at, bro, is the modern era that we live in has never been a better time than now to really maximize on your potential as a man. You should certainly aim to be above the average, but the average man you meet doesn't even look like they exercise for fun or just as recreation. And if you have testosterone, why don't you use it, bro? You could be an absolute fucking unit. So go become one. Remember, bro, you're not ugly. You just have bad habits. Clean up your life, and I guarantee you, your opportunities, dating and otherwise, will start opening up. Thank you for your time.